Now, Mary Barra and General Motors have promised that the Equinox EV would begin at a price of $30,000 US. They said this for a long time. It was a big thing. Mary Barra even went on Oprah and made these claims. She told Joe Biden, best buddy Joe, that she would commit to this $30,000 electric SUV crossover, whatever you want to call it. It's not really a crossover or an SUV, but you know what it is. It's a very impressive looking car for the price, but we all knew that it was unlikely after Mary revealed that General Motors cannot make a profit from $30,000 to $40,000 SUVs. It says it can in about 3 years. There was a petition started as a result. People believe the new Equinox won't be affordable, so they're petitioning General Motors to do what they said they'd do, commit to the commitments that they made, and actually price it at $30,000 US. Now, will that actually work? I don't know, but this is what it looks like, and I've got to say, I quite like it. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. It's great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Sam Evans, and you're watching the Electric Viking. Guys, thank you to our Patreon supporters and, of course, YouTube members. Couldn't do this without you. And also to everyone else who have supported us this year, in particular myself, supported me this year with all the crazy stuff that's been going on. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but I just want to say I'm very, very grateful to you. The Chevrolet Equinox EV government images in China have shown what it really looks like. General Motors probably didn't intend for these images to be revealed, but they don't have a choice because that's what the government in China does. It reveals specs and images of vehicles that are about to be released to market. This is one of them. Now, personally, I don't really like those lights. I think it's kind of weird how manufacturers such as Hyundai does this as well, and GM have these now really thin strips where they put the lights in them. It just looks a bit odd. But anyway, other than that, I think it looks pretty good, especially if it is priced at $30,000 US. Now, I believe it will be priced at less than $30,000 US, but only in China, not for you guys in the United States, because of course it's much cheaper for these to be made by GM in China because, well, GM doesn't make them. But anyway, GM won't say that to you. GM will say they're the best-selling EV company in the world. They actually believe that. That's a delusion. But anyhow, the images of the Chevrolet Equinox EV have been revealed, and it's coming to US shores in the fall. However, that model will be made in Mexico. The images show an RS badge model that looks pretty well identical to the US-bound variant, has a closed front grille with integrated main lights and a rear diffuser, as well as several video cameras, which will be used for a 360-degree view on the infotainment system. In addition, there is blind spot visual alerts embedded in the side mirrors, front and rear parking sensors, a two-piece sunroof, and two color variants for the roof itself, the same as the body, or black. How big is it? Well, it's actually big. It's bigger than a Tesla Model Y. In fact, the dimensions are surprisingly larger. It's 190 inches long. That's 4,845 millimeters. 75 inches wide. That's 1,913 millimeters wide. And it's 65 inches tall. That's 1,644 millimeters. That means it's 3 inches longer, well, not quite, but nearly 3 inches longer than a Tesla Model Y. It's also 1 inch taller. The width is about the same. In fact, it's a little bit, not quite as wide. It's 0.6 inches more narrow than the Model Y. This gives you a pretty good idea of the sizing. Interior space, probably be pretty similar to the Tesla Model Y. Probably pretty similar actually. More than likely, Tesla's done a really good job with the packaging of the Model Y. Anyway, pricing, what will it cost? The 1LT variant will cost around $30,000. Say General Motors, they say it will actually come at around that price. A lot of people don't believe that's going to really happen though, so we'll wait and see. In China, this car is manufactured by SAIC, or SAIC GM, but of course it's really SAIC. And the US-bound vehicles, like I said, are being made in Mexico today, along with the Honda Prologue, which is basically the same vehicle. It's got a reskin and a rebadging, but it's got the same Ultium platform, the same specifications. And we know some trim levels. What are they? The first is the 2RS. That will arrive at dealerships in the fall, apparently, with a estimated range of 300 miles. That's for the front-wheel drive variant. Not sure why they made it a front-wheel drive version, but they did. It comes with 20-inch wheels. That's quite a big wheel for a standard range EV, and it's a heated flat bottom steering wheel. All other versions, including the 1LT, 2LT, 3LT, and the 3RS, will be available in the spring of next year. The minimum General Motors estimated range of 250 miles for the cheapest version, the 1LT, that comes with a front-wheel drive motor. Now, the petition, the reason that people have signed this petition, they don't believe that Chevrolet will come through with the affordable EV, with the Equinox, is because GM, they revealed the Blazer. They said there would be a more affordable version of the Blazer, and then within about a week, they cancelled it. So the Blazer EV was meant to start at $45,000, but it doesn't anymore because the cheapest version, the $45,000 version, was cancelled. Of course, GM are not making a profit on that car, and they didn't want to lose too much money, so they got rid of it. Some people said, well, they're going to do the same thing with the cheapest version of the Equinox. I think that's pretty likely. It's pretty unlikely General Motors are going to make a car this big, an EV this big, with 250 plus miles of range at a price of $30,000. But if they did, you could apply the $7,500 tax credit to it. You get it for $22,500 for a vehicle this big. Sounds like the bargain of the decade. Hopefully they do. You never know. It's possible. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think GM will really release this car for $30,000? What do you think on the styling as well? Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.